Hey everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lee, and we have been on the go a lot this week. Sunday, we missed church. Everyone was sick with the flu yet, and getting better they were, but still, we thought it was best just to stay home. And Monday, we're still recuperating and stuff. Tuesday things started getting busy. I had told myself I was going to give Dusty until Christmas to see if that lesion on her tongue would heal on its own, and it had not. So we had, after our guests left on Tuesday morning, I called the vet and got an appointment for that afternoon, in fact, at 4:30. So we took her into the vet and learned a couple of things. First of all, I learned that you do not approach the car running, when the car is running, the engine's on. You do not try to load her into the car at that point. She will not go near the car. So we have to always make sure the car is turned off before we load her into the car. She was a little hesitant because we hadn't had her in the car for a long time, but she did get in, and she was a little hesitant about getting out, but she managed to do it. And then after that, after the first time or two, she had no problem getting in and out. So we learned that we need to practice getting in and out of the car and approaching the car. And we also learned that it's a good thing that she is afraid of cars that are running. So that's good. The second thing we found out was that we need to socialize her more. She fear barks. So when we walked into the vet, she was fine at first. She's looking around, nice and calm, and then a larger dog came out, and she just lost it. She started barking at it, trying to lunge at it, and I was completely unprepared because she'd been in the vet's office with dogs before, no problem. So instead of doing what we were actually supposed to, we kind of took her over to the corner and just shielded her away from the other dog. And the other dog we were lucky in that part, because the other dog was nice and calm and just kind of kept looking over like, what is her problem? But we managed to get through it, and she got her examination, and the news wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear. I was hoping it was just a wart, but he could not tell for sure what it was. He kind of ruled out warts because of the fact that there was only one. And puppy warts, there's usually more than one on the mouth, in the mouth, and he could not find any other ones in her mouth. She was very nice about letting him look at her mouth and everything. She did not growl. She did not try to bite or anything, which was good. And we decided we had two options. We could wait a little bit longer on it. I've already waited since November to see if it would go away. Or we could have it removed and biopsied. He said it's so small we could just go ahead and remove it at the time. And I said go ahead and do that. We'll get it removed and find out what it really is, and hopefully be done with it. And he kind of surprised me because he looked at the calendar and he goes, well, we could do it. He goes, we could wait until next week. He goes, but there's an opening Friday. We took Friday. So one of the things I had to keep from doing was worrying. Now, I worry a lot. Even my boys will admit I worry a lot. And it was kind of cute because my inspirational verse for today was about not worrying. And I just had to laugh at it because I had been thinking all week about the Bible verse that says, worrying doesn't add anything to your life, that everything is in God's hands. It's not exactly how it's worded, but basically that's what it says. And so I keep reminding myself all week not to worry, and it helped. We went through New Year's Day, and I did not make any resolutions. I have figured out I'm 70 some odd years old. I'm the way I am. But I do use the time to reflect back on the past year. And I have to admit, 2025 really wasn't that bad of a year. It started out with me being kind of depressed. I mean, we just lost our dog of 15 years that I had spent so much time with. training, teaching, loving, And so it was a hard beginning of last year. But by the end of the year, it turned out really nice. We have Chris back home after 10 years of being out on the East Coast. We have Doug moved back in. It's kind of temporarily, but still, he's home. He's been home since October. It's been wonderful. And then Sean lost his job and moved in for a while. He still has his house up at Franklin. He goes up and he checks on it, and everything. But basically, he's been staying down here because he was looking for jobs, and he was running, trying to save money. So he moved in, just had to pay his rent and his heat and stuff for up there. But he didn't have to pay for food and stuff like that. We fed him and stuff. And he helped around the house. So it was nice having all 3 boys home. They were home in November and December. Sean did get a new job. He goes back to his house this weekend, and he'll be having to stay up at his house again because he did find a job in Greenwood. Wow, I kept wanting to say Wood Green. Greenwood. And so he starts it Monday. So it's been nice having him home, and we've enjoyed it. And he helped a lot with the different chores and stuff when we were sick. So it was really good having them all home. And the fact that we got a new puppy, Dusty, we got her this year. So it's been a fairly good, really, really good year for us. And hopefully 2026 will be the same. It was also Bill's birthday. He was born on January 1st. So we celebrated his birthday. All right. Are you ready?
Happy birthday.
Okay.
You didn't light the candle.
They can't.
They can't light the one. There's only like one.
We only like the 3. We don't have a 9.
We don't have a 9.
You don't have a 9.
We don't have a 9. Ouch.
Isn't that supposed to be 9-3?
Damn.
There you go.
Yay!
I
Alright.
don't think you can like that, can you?
No.
And it doesn't have a
Nope,
wick.
I don't have a wick. Alright. Okay, guys.
Oh.
You ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. And many more.
Ready more.
Yay!
Wow, you went from 70-something to 3.
That's right.
That's a
So we had to get up early on Friday morning, like 6:30. We had to have Dusty Rose into the vet's office by 7:45. And this time I was prepared. I had her slip leash on, and I had her regular collar on, plus her walking harness, plus her heavy duty collar. Now I took the walking harness off before I sent her back to the holding area. But we walked in and there was no dogs present or anything, so I didn't really have to worry about it. We did re-weigh her since I was not so sure the first time, since she was moving around so much. She went to the scales. She sat on it perfectly. She weighed 68 pounds and 68.8 pounds. So she's going to be a big dog. She's only 7 months old. And they took her back and told us that we would pick her up later. Of course, we went out to eat afterwards, and I didn't eat much because I was still a little nervous. Not so much worried. The worrying part was basically getting her there on time, and I wasn't worried at this point, and I turned everything over to God and said He would take care of it. And so we had breakfast and ran into an old friend, so it was nice talking to him, and went home. And about 2 hours later, I got the text saying that the procedure had been completed and that she was resting comfortably, and to pick her up at 2:30. And so we went back to pick her up, and I went and I paid everything first before I had them bring her out, because there were dogs in the area and I didn't know how she was going to react. They brought her out. She looked at one dog she barked at just for a second, told her no, made a quick little correction on her collar, and that was all it took. She watched the other dogs, but she did not bark at them. There were 2 other dogs in the area at the time. One was a bow dog, or pit bull bow dog, not for sure which, but it was like 98 pounds because it was getting off the scales at the time. And she didn't even bark at it. She kind of just looked at it, and it looked at her, and everything was fine. I know she was a little bit out of it, but her main go at the point was to get the heck out of Dodge. She wanted to go home. And then I did have a little bit of trouble getting her across the parking lot because there was cars going by. But once she realized that she was safe, she went and got in the car. She hopped in on her own. We brought her home. They just said she might be a little drowsy, so keep her in a warm, safe spots without any toys. So I turned up the heat in her room, turned on the heating pad for her in her crate, and basically left her out there. They said she'd go eat and drink normally if she wanted it, but not to worry if she didn't eat. She drank water as soon as we got in the house, and she ate. I only gave her a cup of food at about 5:30, waited until about 5 o'clock. Gave her a cup of food because we were supposed to start medicine at 6 o'clock. Now, they had given me some diarrhea medicine to give her when we first got home because she had an accident as she came out of anesthetic, or out of the anesthesia. But we did not use it, and I'm kind of glad I had, because as of Saturday, she still had not had but one bowel movement. So I figure as long as she's not eating anything, she's not going to be producing much. So we did not use that medicine, but I did start her on her pain pill, and I started her on her antibiotic, and I give it to her. The pain pill she gets for the first 4 days, and then the antibiotics for 14 days at 6 o'clock. So I started the medicine at 6 o'clock, and then at 7 o'clock I gave her 2 more cups of food, and she ate all those. And she can't have her toys until Tuesday, and she was looking for her ball everywhere. I mean, she's all the places where it rose to, she was checking underneath everything, trying to find her ball. And on Saturday morning, I took her out for a little bit, but she's not supposed to have any sticks or anything. I had to take 3 sticks out of her mouth, and decided that it was time to come in. I just, she was getting frustrated because she couldn't sniff and pick up rocks. She couldn't sniff and pick up leaves or sticks or anything without me taking them out of her mouth. So we just came in. So she did not eat her breakfast. I did soak it in water like normal, but as of 2 o'clock, she still had not eaten yet. So I went to town and I got some, we went to the gym, went and got something to eat, and then we went over and got some canned dog food, which I'm going to put on top of the wet dog food, the dry kibble that I put water on. I'll put some of the canned dog food on that to help entice her to eat it. And she's been spending most of the time in her crate today. So without toys, she's kind of bored. So we're just waiting now for the results from the lab as to what they actually removed from her tongue, what it actually is. It was in the form of a small lump that was flesh colored. It kind of reminded me of how you bite the side of your tongue and it kind of pops out. That's what it looked like, and that's what I thought it was at first. I thought it was just that she bit her tongue somehow, and that's always a possibility. She still could have gotten something in it, like a splinter or something, and it frustrated, grew around it instead of coming out. It's always a possibility. It could still be a wart. It could be a lot of things. We're just waiting for the lab results, And like the vet said, the best thing they can do is come back and say, hey, it's just normal elation, no problem. So that's what we're praying for. So that has been my week. As you can tell, it's been quite busy and we've been on the go. So hopefully next week will be a little bit slower and we'll have some good news. They said it could take a week to 2 weeks for the results to get back. So hopefully we'll get the results back and everything will be fine. So, all right, we got back from town and Dusty seems to be fine. She's eating well. She ate all of her food today. She has gotten her medication and her tongue looks much better. She's not going to show it, but it does look better. And like I said, we're just waiting for the results from the lab as to what the bump was. So that is our update. Just waiting. So I hope you had a good week. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned to find out what that lump was. So God bless and dream big and follow that dream. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye everybody.